On this week's Spotlight Music Series, we want to welcome back Wojciech Milewski, Music Director for the Summerville Orchestra, to share more on what makes this orchestra such a thriving and diverse musical experience. Welcome back.
Thank you. So good to be here.
And congratulations on 8 years.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's flown by and at the blink of an eye, truly.
It has, but you've been moving at the speed of light. You've been making so many wonderful changes, and it has grown tremendously.
Yes.
So why don't we just talk a little bit about its history, how long it's been around, and,
Sure.
and what new is happening?
Yeah, so this is our 20th year anniversary. It's a big season for us. It's a big, nice round number anniversary. We started in 2003. It was a small little group of intrepid musicians who just wanted to get together and play music. And we're sort of keeping that tradition going. I mean, part of our mission statement is we just want to get together and make music for the pure joy of it. We want to just share that with our community. One of our biggest mottos is that we live by is we are community that plays for community.
Yeah.
So all the musicians we have in the orchestra come from our Summerville area or Charleston area in general, and we're just thrilled to be able to play music for the community. So yeah. It's been 20 years, and I've been fortunate enough to be a part of it for almost half of it, which is just crazy.
And you've got a healthy roster. About
Yes.
how many musicians play in your orchestra?
It averages anywhere from 71 to 78 per concert. So when I first came here, we were 34, I think it was.
Oh my
36.
goodness.
So it's doubled in size, and the sound has just grown dramatically. So
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, you've been doing wonderful things. I have to say, you know, when you're talking those kinds of numbers, you just never know. You know, when you bump into someone at the grocery store, that they could be first violinist, or the person you cut off on the street, they could be the bass player.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing,
Oh,
really.
yes.
What kind of a community we do live in.
Absolutely, and we have our
fantastic.
orchestra is full of teachers and first responders. We have retired professors. We have literally like everyone. You don't know who you're going to bump into in the streets. I see people at Harris Teeter all the time.
Do you really?
All the time.
And what do they typically buy?
I usually find them in the cereal aisle.
In the cereal aisle, yeah, there you go. No time to cook,
Nope.
only time to play. But I love what you've also introduced to the orchestra, and that is the youth and junior orchestras.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about that, if you would.
That was a huge part of our mission statement a few years ago. The board and we really thought that's really where the future is, obviously, the young generation, the next generation. And we felt like there was a bit of a lack in the area of, well, what can we do about that? We as the orchestra in the area, what can we do to help? There were a few attempts to get some smaller regional orchestras, district groups going, but it was just too hard to keep them sustained, and then COVID hit, and of course it just slashed all that.
Sure.
So for us, it was actually an opportunity. We thought like, this may be our moment to actually like think ahead. And so last year, almost a year ago, actually to the day, we held auditions expecting 40 to 50 students. We told the teachers were very excited about it. We had 90 students show up to audition, which
That is so promising.
Oh my gosh, it just made your heart so full that we had to split it into 2 days, and then we split into 2 orchestras.
Yes.
So they're continuing to grow, and some of those young students are moving on into CSYO, and some of them are coming to us. So it's just incredible.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And people get a chance to chat with you as well. So chats with Wojciech.
Yes.
Yeah. So people want to learn more about music and
Absolutely.
just increase their education about it, and have a fun conversation about music.
We have this monthly series at the library. It's one of our many outreach series that we do, but that one I get to just really like connect with audiences, and we talk about a fun musical topic, and that's sort of the name of the game. That's what we love to do.
That must be a blast for you and for them. But you got to go to the Platinum Jubilee. That's coming up September 29th through the 30th, so celebrating your 20th season. Again,
Yes.
congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
And then you also have performances in November, December, February, and all the way through next year as well.
Yes.
And you've got
Yes.
plans for next year, so
Big plans.
can you share?
We sure can, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so the biggest thing about this year that we're excited about everything. It's like picking a favorite child, which concert you like best. But the biggest thing we're looking forward to probably is the commission. We're commissioning a brand new piece by composer Chris Pilsner in celebration of our 20th year. That's going to be in May 24th to sort of round out the season. So that's a really big thing that we have going in the community. As far as next year, we have some really big collaborations with some really big groups. That's all I can say.
All right.
That's all I can say.
You'll have to come back and you'll have to share more.
I would
when you
love
can,
to.
when it's legal to.
Exactly right. Yes.
Okay, very
when
good.
It's all been signed.
Well, coming up after the break, Rhapsody in Blue, one of my personal favorites, performed by Summerville Orchestra. You don't want to miss it. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Thank you so much, Wojciech.
Thank you,
Good
Layla.
to see you.
You too.